Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. It's wonderful to have you here. Today, I have something very special to share with you. We're going to explore the first chapter of the Dhammapada, an ancient scripture that has brought comfort and wisdom to countless people for over 2,500 years. The Dhammapada is a collection of the Buddha's teachings, written in beautiful, poetic verses. It's not complex philosophy, it's gentle, practical wisdom about how to live our daily lives with peace and purpose. The first chapter contains 20 verses, 20 teachings. We'll take our time with each one, savoring the wisdom together. Find a comfortable spot to sit, or feel free to listen while you take a walk. Shall we begin? Each morning, we open our eyes to a new day. And throughout that day, we think thousands of thoughts, speak countless words, and take many actions. Thousands, maybe tens of thousands of thoughts pass through our minds each day. What should I have for breakfast? What a lovely day. Why did that person say that to me yesterday? I don't feel as strong as I used to. These endless streams of thoughts, they become our words, then our actions, and ultimately our lives. But have you ever stopped to wonder? Where does it all begin? Where do happiness and suffering really come from? Chapter 1 of the Dhammapada begins with an answer to this question. It begins with the mind. The Buddha teaches us that everything starts in the mind. When our mind is clear, our life becomes clear. When our mind is clouded, our life becomes clouded too. Perhaps this sounds obvious, but how often do we forget this simple truth in our daily living? Today, let's rediscover together just how precious our minds are and how we can take better care of them. Here's the first verse. The mind comes first. With a hateful mind, when we speak and act, suffering follows us like the wheels follow the ox that pulls the cart. Let's sit with these words for a moment. The mind comes first. Think about a morning when you woke up in a bad mood. You know those days when something just feels off and you're irritable from the start. What happens on days like that? When your spouse tries to talk to you, you snap back. Walking down the street, small things annoy you. Nothing seems to go right all day long. This is what happens when we start the day with a troubled, negative mind. That darkness creates dark words and actions, which circle back to us as suffering. The Buddha used the image of a cartwheel. Just as the wheel follows the footsteps of the ox pulling the cart, suffering follows wherever a negative mind goes. Why is this? When we speak and act from anger, resentment, or hatred, we hurt others, and that hurt comes back to us. Relationships sour, our hearts feel heavy, and even sleep brings no rest. Now listen to the second verse. With a pure mind, when we speak and act, happiness follows us like a shadow. It's the same principle, but the direction is opposite. Think about a morning when you woke up feeling good. The sun was warm, the air was fresh, your heart was light. What happens on those days? You greet your family warmly. You smile at neighbors you pass on the street. You notice small blessings and feel grateful. This is starting the day with a clear, positive mind. That brightness creates bright words and actions which return to us as happiness. What a beautiful image. Happiness following us like a shadow. You can't force a shadow. It simply appears when there's light. Similarly, you can't force happiness. It naturally follows when your mind is at peace. My friends, reflect on your day today. What state of mind did you wake up with this morning? How did that mind shape your words and actions throughout the day? And right now, in this moment, how is your mind?
The third and fourth verses give us very practical guidance about dealing with resentment. If you keep thinking, "He insulted me, he hurt me, he defeated me, he robbed me," your hatred will never end. Life brings many hurts and disappointments, doesn't it? When someone says something hurtful to us, treats us unfairly, or disrespects us, we remember. Some of you might still vividly remember something that happened 10, 20, even 30 years ago. That person did this to me back then. When I think about it, I still get angry. This is holding on to resentment. The Buddha tells us, if you hold on to these thoughts, the resentment will never fade. Why not? Holding resentment is like picking up a hot coal intending to throw it at someone else. You're holding it to hurt them, but meanwhile, it's your own hand that's burning. When you keep replaying, "He insulted me," in your mind, that person has probably moved on with their life, while you're the one suffering. The memory haunts you at night, bothers you at meals, weighs heavy on your heart. That's why the Buddha offers us the fourth verse. If you let go of those thoughts, your hatred will fade away. Let it go. The thought, the memory, the resentment. I know it's not easy. When you're truly hurt and angry, how can you just let it go? But think about it for a moment. Does holding on to that resentment help you in any way? Does that person feel remorse? Does the situation improve? Or are you the only one suffering? In most cases, you're the only one suffering. Letting go doesn't mean you're saying what they did was okay. It doesn't mean pretending it never happened. It simply means you're choosing not to let it hurt you anymore. You're putting down that heavy burden and choosing freedom. Let me share a story about someone I know. This gentleman in his younger years was betrayed by a close friend in business. He lost a lot of money and his family suffered greatly. He spent over 30 years resenting that friend. Then, past the age of 70, he had a realization. I've been suffering for 30 years because of that man, but he probably forgot all about me and moved on with his life. I've been a fool. From that moment, he began letting go. It was hard at first, but little by little, whenever the thought arose, he'd say, "Enough now," and release it. And remarkably, his heart became lighter. His appetite returned. He slept better. And most importantly, he could finally live the rest of his life fully as his own. Do you have resentments you're holding on to? From 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or even longer? Maybe it's time to let them go. That's the path to freedom.